Oh, nah. Girl, I'm not keeping no Section 8. I'm taking these off tonight so I can have them fresh tomorrow. But I'm not keeping no Section 8 because my husband might put me out and none of that. Are you crazy? Now, don't you think that would be opposite of the reason? Do you know in the state of Michigan that if I leave my Section 8 and move in with him and we break up, that just because I'm used to a certain way of living, he have to keep up with the way that I was living? So if I left my Section 8 and he's been paying my bills and I haven't been paying no bills, that he have to keep up with my living? Do you know that? Y'all know y'all law. People just be talking. And he have to pay me spousal support. Like, that's not the reason why I'm keeping my Section 8. If anything, by me keeping my Section 8, he won't say like, well, she, left her house and moved me. No, you have to have income to be on Section 8. At least 30%. And you're required to pay your own lights, gas, and water unless it's included in the house. So, well, I do. In my city, I do. You have to have 30%. Not in Michigan. Girl, I ain't gotta look up nothing. You look it up. I ain't worried about it. It ain't my problem. It ain't a problem that I got. So, it's no point for me to look it up. I was having so much fun earlier. The why I'm in a Section 8 house with no stove and no refrigerator. Make it make sense. Girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. People just be talking. I'm gonna talk about something you have to have. You have to have a refrigerator and stove to move into a Section 8 house. But I'm living in a Section 8 house with no refrigerator and stove. That did not come with refrigerator and stove. And I caught him on live when I was across the street, girl. Then how the hell I live in a Section 8 house with no refrigerator and stove? Talking about some Googleable. Googleable is not in the goddamn, it's not even in the dictionary, girl. Are you crazy? Talking about some damn Googleable. And I'm the one that's supposed to be not smarter than a 5th grader. Make it make sense. That is some adolescent shit. Mommy, it's Googleable. It's Googleable, mommy. That's what the hell you said. You said Googleable. Nah. Damn. But anyways, y'all. Well, you sound retarded saying it. Googleable. You can take your Googleable ass to Savannah Live, because I'm about to get off live. Girl, if it's Googleable, then why the fuck do I live in a house with no damn refrigerator and stove? Can you tell me that? And how does Section 8 approve it? Can anybody answer those questions for me? Girl, I'm about to pay my $196 by Friday. Sure is. Make sure that $196 is on time, so I can keep my house. Okay? Like $196. Girl, what is a charge? We don't have no charges. It ain't no child abuse charge, girl. It's not called a charge. I don't have no charge. It's not a civil case, dummy. I'm glad you think you know what you're talking about. It's not a charge, though. Are you crazy? I ain't locked up. Can somebody tell me why I ain't in jail? If you tell me why. Tell me why I'm not in jail. If it's a charge. If it's a charge. Why I'm not in jail. So what? And where I'm not in jail, girl. So what? It can stay there. And don't you supposed to eat it too? Don't you know you can go to college for nursing and get the check and never finish? Don't you supposed to eat it too? Cake on the menu. That's it for two semesters, just so I can get the check. Or I can go to school for nursing, and then with that on my record, I can get in this bunch in 5 years. And yeah, by the time I get my nursing degree, then it'd be off of it. So it's not gonna stop my financial aid. Literally, I can go to school for anything that have anything to do with children and still get the financial aid check. Do you know that? They're not gonna check your record to give you financial aid, girl. Are you stupid? But no, they don't. Sounds slow. I already called them. Pell Grant checks go crazy, don't they? I'm about to collect them all year. Be balling with them Pell Grants. Trust me, Angelic. Angelic know what she doing. Send it up there. Who cares? Stop. Send it up there. Ain't y'all been sending all month, all week. It's not enough. You don't know where the hell I sleep at, girl. You don't know where I sleep. Just a jealous crackhead. But yeah. Talking about how she gonna go to school. She can't be no nurse because she got that on her record. Well, I think it could at least take 4 years to become an LPN. At least that. Shit. A RN for sure 48. So 5 years expunge. Shit, I can go to school for nursing and never finish just to get the check. As long as I continue to pass my classes, they're going to keep running them Pell Grants. Shit. I got a plan. Well, girl, I'm taking I'm going to school to be a motherfucking doctor. With no intentions on being a doctor. Just so I can get the check. And then I'm going to drop out and go be do something less. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna use it to the last limit, girl. Ain't you supposed to eat it too? And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop them greens. You can't stop them greens. Girl, because I can really be a Cena for less. I could do something for less. The fuck? I could be a pharmacist for less. I could take a pharmacist class, 8 weeks, do something for less. Okay? So, no, I'ma swing it around the mountain she go, baby. That's income. $5,000 every 3 months. Shit. Well, $5,000 every 3 months, I take it. Okay? I'm gonna take it with my hand out. And a smile. Well, it's something to me because I ain't doing shit right now. I gotta do a sign up, bitch. And attend. And to pass a couple classes. So they can keep it in rotation. GED, I'm on my way. Pell Grant, I'm here to stay. They so stupid. Talk about some, oh, she can't be no nurse. She got a record. That's what I'm signing up to be to get them grants. Sure is. Right. All you need is a certificate to be a motherfucking pharmacist. Trust me, I used to date one. But all I'm saying is, just like you need a certificate just to be a phlebotomist, you ain't got to go to school for that shit. You ain't got to go to college to be a phlebotomist. You just need a certificate. You need a couple of classes, girl. But all I'm saying is, they're like a pharmacy tech. But anyways, instead of pharmacist, pharmacy tech, pharmacist, same thing. But all I'm saying is, I'm going for that money. I need that money. Well, who cares, girl? I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I'm still getting that money. I'm signing up for all the low-income programs. And with 50-50 custody, I could put all my 8 kids down. Ain't you supposed to eat it too? That's gonna give me my money. Cakes on the menu. Do, 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 do. Oh, did I? Okay, we gonna see. Mark can put that shit on the paper. And guess what? It's nothing you can do about it. Watch y'all do it. What you gonna do? Nothing. Watch me spread the money in your face. That's all you gonna do. Girl, how you know? Girl, bye. Your sex was big enough. They big enough. They thousands. The more kids you got, the more you get. And they got other programs outside of the grants that you can get for having low income and for having kids, girl. Trust me, I know all about it. Okay, well, watch me do it then. All you gotta do is just watch me do it. So, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Girl, you better go up there and ask them what's going on. See, I know people too who already did it, who got about 3 grants in 1 month. Like $10,000 just from having kids, low income, and then the regular grant they give. Girl, you better snatch up them damn grants. That's what they out here for. Okay, call them again, girl. Who cares? Call them again. And again and again and again. We can call them together. Nails done, toes done, hair done. Rent $156. I ain't got $196. I ain't got shit to worry about. I'm living my best life. And all I had to do was lay on my back. See that? Like this. I ain't gotta do nothing but lay on my back. Chilling. Shut up. No, y'all literally watch me lay on my back every day. I ain't gotta convince shit. It's recorded. It's literally on YouTube, bitch, every day. I just sit here. Like, I do the bare minimum every day. Meanwhile, in between time, y'all about to be yelling, Timmy! Timmy, get up for school! F you, Mom! Get up for school! La, 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 la. Don't forget to put the bows with the crease. Meanwhile, in between time, I'm going to be sitting my ass right here looking on Oreos. While y'all... Jakayla, Rakayla, and Rashida. Get up for school. I'll be like... I said, get up. It's angelic. Have fun with that. Good for you, girl. Well, good for you. It ain't for me. I'm happy. Shit. No, the hell I do not. I don't miss now one of them days. That's a lie. No, I do not. Speak for your damn self. Y'all always want to bring everybody else into y'all shit. No, I do not miss that. No, I don't. I love sleeping. I love waking up when I want to wake up. The fuck? Talking about something, we love that. No, the hell we don't. Shit. Speak for your damn self. They're crazy as hell. Girl, who cares? Life is cold. Good for you, girl. Brag about it. Sing it to the clouds. We don't give a fuck. We don't. Literally, I slept all day today. All day. Got my nails done. Got some food. Came back. Slept. Woke up. I'm about to go back to sleep. Sure did. And I enjoyed every bit of it. I ain't gotta buy no school clothes, no socks, no nothing, no pennies, no bras, no none of that shit. I brought me some boots though. And buy me some Timberlands too. They about to go on sale right now. I'm gonna get them while they cheap. Sure is. I'm gonna enjoy my break. My biggest break. Shit. You want me to lie? I'm on vacation. Let them do it. Get somebody else to do it. Shit. On my biggest break. Ain't supposed to eat it too. Cakes on the menu. Cakes on the menu. That's so stupid. That's what you hoping. But It's not gonna happen. So I just basically just live my best life every single day. Every single day, every single night. Sure do. I don't miss a beat. Hell yeah, I needed this break. This was a break. It's been a long day. Shit. I needed this break. This break was a long time coming. On this break, I done went on a nice vacation and got married. I always wanted a baby with my husband. I knew that. When they told me to get my tubes tied a long time ago, I looked them in their face and I said, I'm going to have a husband that don't have no kids. And I'm not about to tie my tubes and not be able to give him one. And boom, shakalaka, whoop, there it is. Now my uterus is open for service. So I'm just saying, like, what if I would have got my tubes burnt? I would never be able to fulfill giving my husband a baby. And that's why they mad. That's why you really mad. And that's why. And we're going to keep on rubbing it in your face. Because God is blessing us. And if something happened to our baby tomorrow, we're going to make another one. So all I'm saying is, I can't wait till August 28th so I can slap that paper right on across y'all nose. Fake where? Now watch this belly grow. Talking about some just bloated. Wait till 5 months from now. Let's see if it's gonna be just bloated. And it's gonna have the timestamp on there too. You mad? Cause I'm having a baby with my husband. Y'all want this baby to be everybody else's baby, but he is. Cause you're just jealous. You don't want me to have a baby with my husband. Cause it's happiness. It's like a fairy tale. How does she get to get married and have a baby with her husband, and I can't seem to even find one of my baby daddies to claim my kids? Meanwhile, in between time, she got all these men coming out the woodwork want to claim her kids, and I can't even find my own baby daddy to claim my own kids. That's why you mad. I'll be mad too. Shit. But I'm the crazy, delusional, nasty person. But everybody in the world want to claim mine. So y'all gotta go get them kids up for school tomorrow. Oh, it's coming. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's coming for y'all. You better get them socks, them do-rags, them shoes, that belt, all of that. Get it together. Get y'all asses up and get them kids some school clothes. Get their hair done. Put them beads on the end. Get up right goddamn now. They got a 50% off sale going on right now in Foreman Mills. Get them laid out and make it snappy. Make it snappy. Hurry up. Or the school truancy officer gonna beat on that ass. So make sure they be there every day. And that truancy officer gonna be on that ass. I already put them up, Susan. And all them late. When y'all coming in late, don't be late. Don't be late. Cause that's on that record. All them lates. God damn it. Hurry up and get their gas to school. Make it snappy. Sometimes I'm gonna be a few minutes late every time. Oh, I'm just scared. Hallelujah. Me, I got the daddies to do it. Get like me. Get the daddies to do it and run off and get married. Oh, you thought you was about to leave me with these kids? That nigga's a munch. Eat that nigga for lunch. Like that, get some. He thought I beat you to it. Skidadadoo. I beat you to it. And the ones who abandoned me when I was a kid, I want back pay. This is my back pay. I've been getting back pay all month. I've been getting back pay since March. Child support. Well, let's see how many times you can pinch off a SSI check. Let's see. We got $1,100. The rent is $996. Then we got the lights, gas, and water. I gotta live. I gotta have pads and stuff like that. Washing powder. Let's see. And trash bags. It seems like you probably gonna get $30. About that quick 40. That 40 ball. What you gonna get? I'm just trying to figure it out. What he gonna get? You don't pay child support if you on SSI, and you don't. And even if you do, let's say hypothetically, you're gonna get about a quick $30. Know what you gonna get, and I'm gonna laugh at you too. Now y'all keep on talking about some baby daddy this and baby daddy that and baby daddy this and baby daddy that. I told you SSI don't get cut off if you don't live in the same house. They told me call them back when we live together. And they don't count your husband's income when you don't live in the same house. I don't live here. I'm just visiting. Back to the ghetto I go. Back to the ghetto you go. I can say whatever I want. Nope, mommy will go to my house. Who the fuck shoot gun with their mouth closed? Girl, go suck something sideways. Yes, I still got my plates, girl. Well, I don't. If you don't like it, get out. You ain't got to be in here. You're not forced to be here. You don't like it, just get out. Or you gonna hear me chew the whole time. How about that? So what you gonna do about it? Either you gonna sit here and watch it, or you gonna get out. They do want to see me down, and I'm lifting them. Lift me up. I'm lifted up, so there's nothing they can do about it. That's why they mad. So, Alicia, girl, I don't even know no damn Alicia. Till I overflow, I wanna run over, wanna run over. I just so mad. I'm gonna let y'all come here and be mad. See, what y'all don't understand is, let me break it down into syllables for you. Let me break it down into syllables for you. Not a lot of people can supply a house for a family of 7. Or really 8. But really 7, right? Especially coming from being a single person, a single man, right? Right. So when you're dealing with the government, if you don't have Section 8, they help you get Section 8. So you can make sure you have proper visitation with your children, because they get overnights. You start getting overnights and stuff like that. Okay. And even if a person, let's say hypothetically, a person can have full custody, you still get visitation rights. Still. Because you have a right to see your kids by law. Okay. So, you have to have a place for them to be. Rooms for them to be at. And CPS help you with that. For the people who do not have adequate space. Okay? If you are married, okay, and you don't have adequate space for your kids, and you are willing to separate from your husband and live in a different household, or still be married, but live in a different household, CPS will give you the help for that. Okay? Especially the people who just coming out of jail. People who've been in jail. They get out of jail. They want their kids. You have to have proper housing to get your kids. You have to have income to get your kids. SSI is income. So for the people talking about something, oh, you got to have a job. SSI is income. You have to have some income. And SSI is income. And so is child support. Child support is counted as income as well. And if I got 3 or 4 baby daddies and only one and one not paying, and I still got 2 other ones paying, one ain't gonna stop nothing. Let me tell you that. And then thing that you need to make sure that you have a proper household for your family. That's included with dressers. That's included clothing vouchers, furniture vouchers, wash machine, dryer, refrigerator, stove. Are you stupid? Car seats, cribs, for the kids can have safe sleep. That's what they're gonna do. All of that, everything that you lacking before them kids come back to your house, they're gonna make sure you have everything you need. Comforters, coats, book bags, school supplies. All of this is government funding for low income. Stupid. So, talking about a refrigerator and stove, that's something I don't have to worry about. That's the least things of my worries. Okay. So, I don't have to worry about no refrigerator, no stove, no clothes, no dresser, no none of that. All I have to do is make sure that I have an adequate space. And if I don't have an adequate space, then they will help me get an adequate space. Thank God. Thank God that I have an adequate space, because me having to go through them to get an adequate space is ridiculous. When it comes to marriage, just because a person is married, see, and I already talked to my Section 8 worker. Okay? You live in separate household. Y'all can call Section 8. Can somebody call Section 8? Y'all do y'all big one. Call any Section 8 in Michigan and ask them, if you are married and you live in separate households, do you have to live in the same household when you are married? No, you do not. They cannot force you to live in the same household just because you're married. So what is the hell is you talking about, dummies? They can't force me to leave my house to go move in with my husband. Especially when I already had the house in before him. And you don't have to legally separate. You just live in separate households. He can spend the night over your house sometimes. You can spend the night over his house sometimes. What are you talking about? And to be legally separated from your husband, that means you cannot have had slept with him for about a year. It takes a year for you to be legally separated from your husband. That means no sexual contact for a year. So if I separate from my husband for 3 months and I have sex with him on the 4th month, it won't count as a legal separation. So are you stupid? How the hell did I know that? And I'm supposed to be the dumb one. Like, no. And they don't count his income when we live in separate household. I keep telling you that. They do not. And they will not. They told me the only way that they would count his income is when we are living in the same household. Well, I don't care what your sister do. We don't live in the same household. They don't count the income. Same thing with SSI. We don't live in the same household, so they cannot count my husband's income when it comes to my SSI. Or I think I still got it, and I'm legally married. So, y'all just mad. Because y'all dumb and y'all thought y'all had to move out y'all house to live with y'all husband because y'all was married. Oh, y'all keep telling me y'all story. Meanwhile, in between time, I still got my Section 8 and my SSI. Meanwhile, in between time. So well, that's where you shouldn't be worried about it if you're not then. Send them in. Send how many videos you want. Go ahead and do it. Cause on my phone, it don't say no. When I go live, it don't say January 1st, 2023. It don't say February 2nd, 2023. It don't say June or July. I don't put my videos up there. People screen record my videos. They can put any date they want to on there. They could put any date they want. And when I turn off this phone, you don't know what happened. So go ahead. I can literally spend 4 days over here, spend 5 days at home, spend 2 days over here, spend 7 days at my house. So good luck with it. Meanwhile, in between time, we over here living our business life. They is mad. So we can just do whatever we want. Just live happily ever after. Treasure. Okay? And I'm going to work. Right, I was just in my van home. I guess I actually found love in the village. See, y'all thought I wasn't going to find love in the village after the show. See, after the show, y'all thought it wasn't really going to have no real contestant. Remember off of Bachelor? They got married at the end. So Angelic really did find her love in the village. Period. Girl, why you worried about it? My man suck on my lip. Both of them. All 4 of them. So why is you worried about it? You shouldn't worry about it. It ain't your lips. You ain't got to deal with it. Not a husband and 2 boyfriends. Girl. Not sure you gotta do it. I'm faithful to my man. I am never leaving my husband, never gonna cheat on my husband. Don't even want no other man. Don't even think about another man. Don't desire another man at all. Like, I love him so much. That is my daddy. Like, oh, he's so fine. He is so fine. That is my babe. And I'm not. Last time I asked my husband that he wanted a sister wife, he ended up kissing on my one of the 4 lips. And when I got done, he came back and asked me, "Now, do it look like I want a wife?" He do shit like that. He do shit like that. Okay? To make sure I know about it. Sorry. Yeah, I am. I'm so happy though. You know. And you want to know something even better? Like, even though I didn't expect for this to happen so quickly in my life, I knew that it wasn't gonna happen, but at a time like this. Like, it was only gonna happen for a time like this. So yes, like, it comes so unexpectedly. Yes, I told God that. I said, God, if you don't send me my right husband for me, the one, I said, then nah, yeah. I talked to God like he my brother, like he my daddy. I be like, yeah, you know it's not hard for me to get married, y'all. And I would have been married, but I didn't never want to get married at the courthouse. But now I'm willing to get married at the courthouse, y'all. I said, you know that because it's not hard for me to get married, you know being married to the wrong person can mess up somebody's mind and their body and their soul. Being married to the wrong person. I said, then most of the time, because I'm not going to stay like that in that situation, I'm going to get a divorce. I'm going to be forced to get a divorce because they're going to do something so horrible that I have to. And it have to be for my safety. And then I want to be with somebody else because I'm not settling for not. I'm not going to settle being single for the rest of my life. It's going to be hard for me to be settled to be single. And I prayed this prayer. When I had all my stuff packed up at the old house, I prayed this prayer. The next day, I met my husband at the store. So, I had a conversation with him. I said, so y'all, can you please give me the husband that's for me, so I don't run it, so I won't be settling with these guys. And I said, y'all, a marriage can mess up my mind. Like, it can turn me away from you if I'm not with the right guy. So please make sure he's from you. And I tell you, I seen the image of my husband's face. I did. Before I'd even met him. And it's so crazy because I thought he was going to be dark skinned, though. I didn't know he was going to be light skinned. That's how the image looked. It didn't look like, I thought he was going to be dark skinned. I didn't know he was going to be light skinned. But he looked just like my husband, but he was a dark skinned version. So, the Most High gave me a God-fearing man. The Most High gave me a God-fearing man. Like he did. Like, so, like, he want me to do better as a wife to God. He don't want me arguing with people on the internet. He said that's a turn off to him. Like, he don't want me to be just negative like everybody else be and stuff like that. Like, he want me to be who I am and how he know who he married. He don't want me to be arguing with people. He said, stop even proving stuff to these people. I said, but babe, they be lying and making up all these rumors and lying and saying I passed out at the court and all that other stuff. When we had court on it wasn't even in person. So how the fuck did I pass? So I passed out on the phone. Like, when did we pass out? What is that talking about? He was like, who cares? He said, who cares what they say? He said, why care about what people say who don't give a damn about you? Is they helping you out? I said, no. He said, if they're not helping you out and they just talking about you to be negative, most likely because they're jealous. Why would you care to prove anything to them? I'm like, but babe, like, you know, they be saying stuff about you and, you know, and all this other stuff. He said, let them say whatever they want to say. He like, because once you prove it, is it going to stop them from talking and saying those same lies? I said, no, but I did show receipts. It was like, so what? But it's just going to make you have to keep on showing receipts. It's never going to, they're never going to stop because they're jealous. And you proving stuff to people who really, really want your life. Like, they really do. You know? So, he just like, just stop. Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want to say. Like, let them say, though. I said, but like, what about the reputation goes? Like, people sitting over here saying that I did this, and God's coming out the woodworks, and I did that, and all that other stuff. And he was like, but how did that look? That man must not be happy if he gotta come out something talking about you, talking about something that happened years ago. He's still talking about it every day. You on his mind that much? He must still have something that he feel about you. You know, so just stop giving them attention. Stop talking about them. Let them say whatever they want to say to you. Or let them say whatever they want to say about you. Don't even get no rebuttal back. If they come into your room and they saying stuff in the comments, he like, you know it's not true, right? I'm like, yeah, I know it's not true. He was like, well, so why do you care? If you know it's not true, then why do you care? I'm like, I don't care. I just don't like them putting out that false information. He was like, well, you must care if you're responding. So I'm like, oh, you know I don't care, babe. So he just said, start responding. So he's like, that turned me off when you argue back and forth with them, because they don't know you. I'm with you. I love you. He's like, don't I show you I love you? I say, yeah. He like, you ain't got to have on no lashes, no makeup. Like, he ran his hand through my hair. I'll be hiding like, babe, let me at least comb it out first. And he'll kiss my forehead. He was like, no, I don't care. Like, he was like, I love you for everything that you are. Like, I don't care about none of that. Yeah, it's really, like, my husband really do love me. So, like, he like, you shouldn't care. I don't care. I'm like, babe, they said that you was in a mental hospital. He said, I don't care about what they say. He said, only thing I care about is making sure that my baby is healthy, making sure I provide for my family, making sure you are healthy, in a good space in your life. When you arguing with them, you putting stress on our baby, you bringing negative energy into the house, you know. And then I have to light candles, and I have to ask you, is you okay? And you wonder why when you be on live and stuff like that, I'll just walk away, because I don't want you going back and forth with these people. These people are evil. Like, and I'm like, okay, babe, I'm so sorry. He was like, I'm like, do you want me to get off live? Like, do you want me to get off? He was like, no. You need to be on there so you can challenge yourself. I'm like, but babe, I did good for 2 days. I didn't respond to nobody. All I played was ABC stuff. He was like, I noticed that. He's like, I'm going to give you half a cookie. I'm not even going to give you a whole cookie. I'm going to give you half a cookie. But he was like, I'm like, so what you want me to do, babe? What you want me to do better? Like, it's like, I don't want you arguing with them. Like, don't argue with them no more because you're representing me. And I don't want you to be all wretched and arguing with them. That's what they want. They want you to be cussing and fussing and arguing. I don't like that. I don't like when you act like that. I like you more when you talk about scripture. And I'm like, they gonna mock you. You know? Like every time you talk about God, they gonna mock you. Every time you talk about honoring your husband and submitting to your husband and serving to your husband and being virtuous, they gonna mock you. They gonna keep on mocking you. That's what the devil will do. He said, but keep on. Don't just do it for 2 days. Don't just do it for 3 days. Keep at it. So I'm like, okay. So I'm about to stop. Starting now. Because now I remember our whole conversation before he left. And he left. I was like, man, are you mad at me? He's like, no, I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I just want you to do better. I don't want you arguing with them. Stop proving stuff to them. I'm like, then some of the children's father be coming out here making up lies and stuff like that. He said, I don't care about that. I said, most of them are older than you and they act like kids. He said, do you ever see me go on live and talk about any of them? Ever? I said, no. He said, do you ever see me respond saying anything negative? If it's not scripture, do I respond? I said, no. Like, so, because he's like, I already know what it's about. They jealous. Why would I come on there to respond? Only if I'm using scripture. He's like, I'm not about to argue back and forth with them when we grown men. Because he said, really grown men don't argue. And I was like, dang, that is true. Real men do not argue. Not over no line. They handle business in person. They don't do no arguing. So my husband not about to argue with y'all. He's not even about to respond. And if he not in a situation where he got to protect us, which is his baby and me and himself, he not even gonna argue. He not even gonna say nothing. That's just how he is. So I'm about to be that same way. Like, starting on now today, I'm not proving nothing. I'm not showing them no receipts. Y'all can say I fell down in court. Y'all can say I had an asthma attack. Y'all can say I abandoned my family. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Moving forward, I'm not responding to no negativity. My husband told me to stop asking questions. Stop answering questions. He said if y'all gonna tune in, y'all can just tune in and watch and see what's going on. Whatever we share. I'm not answering no more questions. Why do I do this? Why do I do that? If I come on here and I say I need a sock, and either you gonna help me get the sock or you not. It is what it is. If I say I need resources here, either you're gonna give it to me or you're not. It just is what it is. So, it is what it is. I'm not explaining why it didn't come with it. Like, I'm not doing it. Either you're gonna help with it or you're not. But I'm sure gonna ask, sure is, like everybody else do. I'm sure is. Either you're gonna help me with it or you're not. Or if you don't help me with it, does it negate the fact that I need it? Nope. Do I still gotta figure out how to get it done? Yup. Do I always do? Yup. So at the end of the day, it just is what it is. So my husband is right. Like I want to make him happy. I really do. And I kept asking him, was he mad at me before he left? And he said, he proved to me. He definitely. and definitely proved to me that he wasn't mad. Okay. But he was like, all right, daddy out. But yeah, he wasn't mad. When he got done, he kissed my belly. After he got done proving to me, he wasn't mad. So we're in a good space. You know, that's why I came out there dancing and happy. He like, I want to change your mood. I'm like, are you sure you're not mad at me? So, like, I've been smiling ever since. But yeah, I definitely want him to be proud. Like, you know, girl, you should not be worrying about what's going on with my lip if my man not. But I want to make him proud. You know, I do. I really, really do. And my husband do not like me going back and forth with people on this internet. Matter of fact, he hated. He like, it's so low vibrational. And he like, anytime I look at a woman who's doing that, it's just disgusting to see somebody go back and forth and argue. Like, let them say whatever they want to say. I'm trying to sound like him. Let them say what they want. Only thing that matters is you having peace and serenity for our baby. Is that how he sounds, y'all? So, for real, that's how he sounds. My man. But that's how it's supposed to be. Like, your husband is supposed to help you get in line. That's why we, Israelite women, we call our husbands Lord. Not because he's the creator of all things, but when you have a good Lord, that means, in the Israelite culture, Lord just means protector, provider, leader. He guide us. Like, that's what your Lord's supposed to do. He's supposed to guide you, lead you, cover you. That's what the Lord's supposed to do, cover you. So my husband, that's what he do. He covering me. He making sure that, you know, I'm not going out of line spiritually. This is spiritual. Me going back and forth on the internet ain't physically doing nothing to me. But, you know, I'm not physically getting touched. You get what I'm saying? But it can interact with my. He said, like, just dealing with people online can change your energy. It can change your spirit. And then he even said something that was so sweet to me. He said, when you're he said, and then you guys got to get used to that, because what if you around your daughter, you know, and you arguing with them, and she watching you argue with them. Like, when she hears, she ain't like, I don't want her to be listening to none of that. You know? So he just said, and just for him to think about her on top of all of that, that's how I love my man. That's why I love my husband so much. That's why when he get home, I'm gonna make sure I show him I love him. Okay? But yeah, like, you know, like, Shit like that. He ain't even have to talk. He ain't even have to say that. But just for him to be thinking about it is shows me a lot. Like, and he right, you know. Especially when it comes to our baby. Our baby ears is being formed right now. Spine is being formed. Brain is being formed. Like, our baby at 7 weeks, our baby earlobes is being formed. Like the canal. So, you know, eventually our baby gonna be able to hear what I'm saying. And the only thing my baby hear is, you hoes, you bitches, you lying ass this and this and that and this and that and this and that. He gonna come out cussing and wretched, because that's the energy that I fed him the whole 9 months. So I don't want to feed my baby that energy. I'm breaking out. You know, so my husband is definitely right. He want me to be a role model. And he tell me, like, when we do our YouTube and stuff like that, when we get to working on our YouTube and stuff, because we have a whole month, 28th is so far away. But he said, like, he just want, you know, like, if I'm not having, like, I'm gonna get used to that. Right now, I just be talking because I'm on Bigo. But when I changed it, I need to just get used to it and just start training and get used to it. So when I do go onto YouTube, I can already be used to it and stuff like that. But he was saying, like, we want to make sure our conversations is children's friendly, because he definitely want our videos that we gonna be sharing on YouTube to be children friendly. When we out there doing our garden, when we doing our meditation, when we doing our survival training and stuff like that, we're gonna do a lot of survival training, learning how to skin fish, descale fish and stuff like that, and eventually skin animals and stuff, like do skin a deer so we can use the hide, and how we take off the hair off the hide and stuff like that. And we want our videos to be kid friendly. So as far as me talking about like sex and stuff like that, I'm gonna stop doing that. But then, like, if we have a he did agree to this, that he love when I talk about sex only in a setting of teaching. So like if we do like once a month, we might talk about like different ways to keep the marriage just happy and stuff like that. So just keep the marriage active once a month. It don't have to always be about sex when you think like oral or missionary, or we're gonna talk about sex without penetration. When they just breathing each other air. Like sometimes me and my husband just be laying next to each other, and and we just breathe each other air. Like I just rub our nose be on the tip of each other's, and we just literally breathe each other air. And I feel like that's intimacy. Like that's sex to me, because it makes me feel some type of way down there. It makes him feel some type of way down there. So it gets us excited, because we're just feeling each other, pheromones and energy. So there's different ways to talk about sex without always talking about actual penetration. So and then there's different massages. Like I give my husband a full body massage. I rub everything from his neck, his arms, his torso, his thighs, his legs, knees, his feet, and then I have him turn around, and then I'll rub the back of him that same exact way. And for him, that's intimacy. Like that is relaxing and stuff like that. So there's different ways you can please your man without have to actually penetrate. So that's what we're going to be talking about and stuff like that. And then, of course, my husband said we were going to be doing a little podcast. Most of our podcasts is going to be on the Sabbath and whatever. And, we don't want to debate. If we only going to bring out scripture, and if you don't agree with the way that we live or how we conduct our Israelite life, then you are welcome to serve your house the way that you want to. You don't have to, if you like what we do and how we live, then our structure and stuff, then you can. But if you don't, you don't. We're not forcing anybody to do anything. Yes, we communicate a lot. Like my husband, he is so understanding. So he knows that women go through different hormones by being pregnant, by flowering, about all of that. He's still a man. He still expects to be treated as a king with respects. But one thing my husband do is we conversate. We have a lot of communication. Yes, submissiveness. A lot of women disregard submissiveness in today's society. They think that being submissive is being a slave or a maid. Yes, especially so-called black women. That's why why you think the black men go to the white women, I mean. There was an academic. There was a motherfucking pandemic. Remember, especially in the 90s, the early 90s, all the black men wanted white women. Shit, Jordan is with a white woman. Michael Jordan, yes, married a white woman. During those times, they was marrying white women. Why? Because how they talk. People sit up here and laugh at me because I speak to my husband in a meek voice. Because I speak to him in a certain way that's meek and not baritone. I use a light, sweet voice. I don't want to sound aggressive. I want to sound sweet and pleasant and gentle. That's feminine. Not white. It's feminine. It's no different than when you talking to your baby. And if you in the bedroom, if you don't talk to your husband in a sweet voice, your voice don't change when you talking to your husband, when you are trying to be sweet, or especially when you are trying to appease him, then I don't know. If you talk like this, I don't know. If you don't be like, hey, if you don't talk sweet to your man, like, I don't know. It ain't white. It's feminine. But anyways, this is the reason why they went to the white women. Because the white women knew how to be submissive. And they told you that. They sit up there and tell you to your face, I don't want you black women because you are overbearing. You are rude. You are noxious. You cannot be trained. You cannot be molded. That's what training means. To be molded. You unmoldable. That's why I don't want you. That's what they said. And they went and married the white women because they was moldable. They listened. They was willing to listen. These so-called black women today don't listen. And people sit up here and laugh about me being submissive to my husband, but they say I'm being a maid. What? My husband married me less than 30 days. I didn't have to do 2 years to get his car to go to the store. I didn't have to wait that long. Like, so, like, you know, I didn't have to date him for no 2 years or none of that. He accepted me in all my flaws, and he loved me regardless of all of that. For real, for real. Yes, unconditional love. He loved me regardless of all of that. When he seen me walking up to him to the altar, he was crying when he first laid eyes on me. Crying. So, like, and that's what I wanted. You know, so that's what the so-called black women do. You know, they sit up here and they say that women are, when they see women like me, they say we are slaves and we all this other stuff, and wonder why our men is running to every nation but the so-called black woman. Our men is running to another man because it takes a whole bunch of submissiveness for a man to turn on his belly and toot his ass up to another man. Demasculation and submissiveness. Ain't that the damn shame? A man has to be submissive to another man to have anal sex. And they rather go be with a man and his submissiveness before they be with a so-called black woman. It's sad because white gay men used to outnumber black gay men. Now, black gay men outnumber white gay men. Maybe if you learn how to be submissive and be feminine, then maybe our men will return back to us. Well, I ain't got to worry about that because I got me one. But, yeah. That's a lie. Girl, you must not be in these Detroit clubs. You must not. Everywhere I go, I see more black gay men in every area code and zip code in Michigan, and traveling throughout these different states in Atlanta. I see more black than white. Yeah, they all on this app. Matter of fact, HIV is more prominent in the black neighborhoods dealing with the gay men than the white. So how is it that? How is that most black people, black gays, have HIV than white gays? Why? Make it make sense. Why? So if white gay men outnumber black gay men, how is the HIV different? It's more when it comes to black men than white. Girl, bye. Talking about something because black people are more promiscuous when it started with their ass. All you see is paintings of them Roman gods with their penis out, with having orgies all throughout Rome. They started that shit. Them fucking Romans, Esau. They the one that was sucking on the baby's penises and shit, perverted ass shit. They started all that. And then they put it on us when we was during slavery, and they called it buck breaking. We wasn't doing that shit. They introduced that shit to us during slavery. Yes, buck breaking. Look it up. They used to literally demasculate our black men and have sex. The slave owner men used to have sex with our black men in front of our faces to demasculate us. To demasculate them in front of us. And they called it buck breaking. So, and yes, the black men just kept it. You know, kept that thing going. And like I said, we had gay black men undercover in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. But now we have predominantly more black men in the open with being gay than white. The black man will leave his family to be with another man over a white man leaving his family. A white man would be undercover and still stay with his wife and be gay, but a black man will leave his family to go be with a man. And why do you think that? Because he's submissive. Why do you think they buck break our men? They buck break our men to make our men look submissive to them in front of us. It's about them being submissive. That was the whole reason. It was a mental thing to make them submit and to show us that he can make them submit in the most nastiest, demasculating way by taking the black man's anal in front of us. So, but women, they will mock when they see a so-called black woman still getting on her knees in 2023 to scrub the floor. The morals and values. To see a black woman get on her knees and scrub the floor to get her house clean is looked down upon. But a woman wearing orange, pink, yellow hair, walking around with booty shorts on with her nipples pierced is more respectable. But a woman getting on her knees to get hair off the floor with a paper towel is mocked. From the older women, though. Now, I see if younger women be like, ew, was she really doing that? But it's the older women who will mock a young woman in these times that we live in with the booty hole brown women that's out here. They got your daughter singing that song. These older women will mock when they see a young woman in 2023 still on her hands and knees cleaning up. They will mock a woman being legally married, folding her husband clothes, cooking her husband meals at 6 o'clock in the morning. They mock that. And this is the older women. But the younger women who's twerking at the head on the headlights at the red light, okay, with all these Power Ranger color wigs, and sheer clothes on, they are praised. This is what we have to look up to. It's ridiculous. But that's why my husband be like, why are you going back and forth with these type of women? These type of women is mocking you for being a submissive wife. These type of women are mocking you because you're on your hands and knees cleaning the floor and getting into the corners of the wall. These type of women is mocking you because you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning after your husband done worked an 8-hour shift, do the graveyard shift, and you want to make sure he have a great breakfast. When a lot of women that's 23, 24, 20, 26, 29 ain't doing that shit in 2023. Ain't gonna do it. They not doing it, and they gonna tell you they ain't gonna do it. But they mock that. They talk about that as if it's in a derogatory way instead of praising it. You don't know women like that, not in these times. But when you see AngelicSoul do it, you mock it. What's wrong with it? Not nothing wrong. It's a beautiful thing for a woman to be submissive to her head, to her husband. But like, that's why I said my husband is so right. He said, why are you arguing with these type of women? Why are you trying to prove something to these type of women? Like, and I'm like, babe, you are so correct. And I've been looking like a fool going back and forth with these type of women that's going to tell me that they ain't going to go and get up and do this. I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do this. I ain't going to do that. Why is I'm arguing with these type of women talking about me in a grown setting amongst women who I thought was married too? Probably everybody wasn't married, but I was talking to, like I kept on reiterating, I'm talking to married women only about oral sex, about pleasing her husband, but then spent the whole 30 minutes on April 8th panel about how sucking penis, how they suck penis with halls and ice and all type of stuff. Had a whole panel about sucking penis, but when I talk about it, it's nasty. So why argue with these type of women? Congratulating Sue Woo because she got a video out about sucking penis. Congratulated her and said she did her biggest one to a man that she not married to. So why do I argue with these type of women? He right. Girl. Or I'm not one. I don't give a damn what I was 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 minute ago. 1 month ago before I met my man. When I laid down and I married my man, I only been with my man. Haven't been outside my man. Haven't looked at another man another way. Okay? Being faithful to my man. Haven't let another man touch my body since I laid with my